Well, you know, it's funny. He's called Panther, but he told me that one word that best describes him is persistent.
Yeah, very persistent. He's persistent on taking arms. Real good friend of mine.
So far we have Erik Victor in the ring. He's 5'11", 156. And he's from Mission Viejo.
And Panther, this ought to be a pretty good one tonight.
So far all your guys came in, took them out. Wow, looks like they're ruined here a little bit, huh?
That's a very tough sport. You do good sometimes, you do bad, you know what I mean? So it's been pretty good night. Let's see what happens here now.
Typically, how many hours a week do you think these guys train?
Panther trains about 5 times a week, spends about 2 hours on the mat, works a job, sells cars, plays a lot of sports, does a lot of cross training, so this ought to be pretty good. They go in, they tie up, Panther drops the knee, puts him down, cross body.
I'm doing that right now.
That's it!
Erik finds the guard. He goes for a leg lock. Panther counters that.
Set him up, take it down again! Set him up, baby!
He's throwing kicks. Panther trying to pass the guard now. Looks like Erik Victor's looking for some leg locks on him. Panther's attempting to put some weight down and start smothering his legs, pinning him down. Panther finds mounted position. Erik puts him back into the guard. Now the game is passing the guard because they're both jiu-jitsu players.
Ah, okay.
Panther leans forward. He's in the half guard. Erik Victor going after the leg again. Panther countering. Panther needs to be careful of some kicks thrown at his face. Panther's on his feet again. It looks like his pants are falling out. Let's see if the ref lets him put his pants back on. And they're back up on their feet. It's a great show. Erik Victor with his hands on his knees showing fatigue. You shouldn't do that.
You can tell, looks like he's breathing a little heavy too.
And Panther this time around, we talked a lot about conserving energy. So he's thinking about conserving his energy a lot.
Right.
Erik Victor goes in for a takedown, not too good in the takedown game.
Oh, nice.
Pretty good leg kick. Throws another one, ties them up. Panther, they're back tied up. Panther goes for another takedown. And he's in the crossbody again.
Great takedown.
Erik Victor's going to try to put him back in the guard. That's his defense. Panther doesn't want to get back in the guard. A lot of the fighters these days do, but the more technical submission players don't want to be back in the guard. They want to look for the mounted position from there. From there, he can play submission a lot better. In Panther's corner is Romy Aram, who's my cousin, Mansour Nassar, and Ski Trobakowski's one of my students. They're both very good. Romy just opened a school in Pomona. He's the toughest guy I ever fight because he knows my game so good. Referee just kicked Ski out of the corner.
Ladies and gentlemen, only trainers allowed around the ring.
And Panther back up on his feet.
And the announcers are reminding people there's only trainers around the ring. They don't want a lot of people crowding around the ring.
And Panther attempting to pass the guard again. Erik putting him back into the guard, very technically, which is pretty good. Panther's moving a little too wildly. Erik on his back throwing legs at Panther's knees.
Looks like Panther's getting a little winded there, too.
He looks a little tired. But we've been training pretty hard for this, so he's used to training tired.
Okay.
So I really don't see any problem with him. Erik goes for a leg lock, attacking it. Panther getting out of there. Panther mounting him, looking for the triangle, and he's very close to sink that triangle. No, Erik out of there. He gets his armbar. Erik's tapping it, and he got it.
Wow.
He got the arm. That was a wonderful match. That was technical.
Good. Very good. My gosh. It looked like he had Panther, but then he flipped him
I thought he had
the arm. Yeah.
I was choking on my throat right now.
See, from our aspect, the cage is hidden in our view a little bit.
Yeah.